Hello, we're going to do a practice today centred around shoulders, and what I'd like you to have to hand is a yoga strap, dressing gown belt, or just a trouser belt. So we need to have something about that long which has got some tautness in it, and if possible a yoga block. Okay, we're actually going to start off using the yoga block, and I'd like you to be holding it in your hands like so. Okay, so we don't want to grip too tightly, but it will be a little bit of tension there to keep the block in place. So just before we start then, just reminding you that if you feel discomfort in your shoulders, or you find that the movement of the exercise that we're taking is creating pain, please don't do it. Please row back, or perhaps just take a modified or a smaller version of the movement. So we will incorporate some of the movements that we take into some posture work as well. Now, starting lying down, so make sure you've got your block immediately to hand, and we're going to have the feet flat to the floor and the knees bent. So I'd like you just to settle here and take a few breaths. You're tuning into how things are today as you practice, how your body feels, how your mind feels, how your breath feels. Let things soften, let yourself sink down into the mat as you prepare for your practice. Find the rhythm of your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Now you're going to take hold of the block. So we're taking hold of the short ends, and we're just gently pressing the block with our hands, not gripping it too tightly. We just want to make sure it doesn't fall. Start with the block just resting on your abdomen and against your thighs. Tune to your breath, and then as you take your inhalation, keeping the arms straight at the elbow, taking the arms up overhead towards the floor behind you, and then exhale, lowering the arms back and bringing the block back to your abdomen and your thighs. So again, inhaling and exhaling. So notice how your shoulders feel. So if you can take this movement without popping up those front ribs, it's just movement of the arm bones in the shoulder joints. And we'll take the last movement. Inhale and exhale. And we'll put the block aside. You might find it useful when we do a wide leg forward fold. So if you do find it useful, just put it somewhere you can comfortably reach for later on. Now bringing the ankles, the calves, the knees and the thighs together, we're going to combine an arm movement with knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. So we'll start with the arm movement. Inhale, take the arms overhead towards the floor behind you. Clasp your fingers together. Turn your palms away from you. And then as you take your inhalation, press the palms away as you're opening the knees and bringing the soles of the feet together. Exhale, release the hands, arms to the sides, knees back together. Knees stay as they are. Take the arms first. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, clasp the hands. Turn the palms away. Inhale. Open up. Press the palms away. Open the knees. exhale and release. Knees together, arms to your sides. So I take the final one now, inhale. Interlacing the fingers, turning the palms away from you. Inhale, open. Supta Baddha Konasana, inclined cobbler's pose, and exhale as you come back to your start point. At this point, you might just want to give a little sway of the knees, and you might want to do a little circle of the knees. Anything which helps ease out the body. And then from here, we're going to come onto hands and knees. So rolling yourself up. And we're going to do a cat stretch, but we're going to take it from the low position. So have your hands wide, starting with the shoulders over the wrists, and then gradually ease yourself back. And how far you come back will depend on how far your knees want to flex, but you're going to bring your hips back, belly, chest down, perhaps the forearms down, and perhaps the forehead to the mat. As you inhale, you're going to draw yourself forward into dipped cat. As you exhale, drawing up through the middle and easing yourself back to the low position. Inhale, drawing yourself forwards. So as we breathe in again, coming forwards, making this the last one. But we'll just finish in that low cat position. So as you exhale, rounding the back and easing your hips back, belly, chest down, forearms down, and the forehead down. And then walking your hands towards your knees, tucking your toes under, and rolling up to stand. And we're coming to mountain pose. So just take a moment to look down at your feet, check that they're parallel, and find the centre of the heel, the ball of the foot, and the base of the little toe. And see how things feel. How do you find yourself now you're upright? Check in with your body. Notice your posture. Especially notice how your shoulders feel. So we're going to extend our mountain, and it's pretty similar to the Supta Baddha Konasana arms, but we're going to take them wide. So as you inhale, swoop the arms out wide, you're really stretching up wide. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms away, and then inhale as you lengthen and lift. And then exhale all the way back down. And we'll do a couple more of those. Inhaling up, exhaling, adjusting your hands, and then inhale, pressing away with your hands, pressing your feet into the mat. Exhale, coming back down. So it's really wide and it's open. So last one, inhale the arms up. Exhaling, adjusting the arms. Inhale, pressing away. And exhale as you come down. And again, see how your posture feels after those quite expansive arm movements. So this practice isn't going to do any twisting or side stretching, but we will just do some now, just so we get a complete range of movement. So we'll just take the arms up on the inhalation, As you exhale, you're going to twist around, turn the arms down, look out over the shoulder, let the arms release to the sides. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, turning around to the second side, arms down. Inhale, up. And once more to each side. So this will be our only twist that we're taking in today's practice. So the arms are coming up alongside the ears, and you can bring them down to your sides. And then from here we'll just do a side stretch. You could just slide the hands down if you wanted to do that. The one I thought we might do is the swaying palms. So the arms up overhead, and that movement from one side to the other. So it doesn't really matter how your breathing is, you can just be quite unstructured by it, but keep your weight in both feet. And then last one over to the second side. And then you can bring the arms down. So again, mounting, just see how things feel, settling into your feet. And then from here, we're going to need the straps. So if you'd like to take the strap or the belt, so just an ordinary trouser belt, dress belt is fine for this. And we're going to have the belt round about the shoulders width apart. So the arms are down by the sides. And you're going to take the arms up overhead alongside the ears. As far as that's possible, you might find that they don't want to come all the way up. But as far as is possible. So remember, we don't want to create pain, tightness or discomfort. We want to feel that we're mobilising the shoulders and the structures around the shoulder. Now from here, what I'd like you to do is keep tension in that belt. You don't want to let it come slack at the middle. We're going to draw the shoulder blades together and draw the belt down behind. And then we're going to inhale and come up again. So all the time I want your awareness at the shoulder blades. Feel them squeezing towards each other. We want to do this without popping the chest forward, without contorting the neck and the head. So it may be that your movement is here. And if you can feel those shoulder blades coming together, that's absolutely fine. I don't want you straining or creating pain or discomfort. So this is all about that feeling of the shoulder blades coming towards each other, squeezing them together. And we'll make this one the last one. And bringing the arms back down. And then keep hold of the strap, but just feel the sensations, noticing what you're noticing. And then we'll take hold of the strap again. And again, we want to keep that tension in the strap. And as far as possible, we're going to keep the elbows straight. So I know perhaps elbows won't want to completely straighten. You may be more in this shape or somewhere between this shape and this. But as far as you can, keep the arms straight. And I want you to imagine that your fists are drawing circles on the ceiling. So we're keeping the arms straight, and this movement is coming from the shoulder joint where your upper arm bone, the humerus, or probably humeri, perhaps for plural. So it's where those bones articulate in the shoulder joint. So it's not a swaying movement. We want to keep the torso still, maybe a little bit of movement, but it's really all about the arm movement. And we'll go back again. So nice smooth circles. You might be able to do bigger ones, or you might prefer to take smaller ones. So really be guided by what you're experiencing. Okay, so I think that's about the same in each direction. And bring the belt down again and release. And again, see how things feel. Now you're going to take the belt behind you. And I'm going to turn side on for this one. And again, you want to keep tension in the belt. We're going to take the belt out behind. But we're not going to move the torso into a swallow dive. We're not going to jump the chin forward. It's this movement back of the arms. See if you can keep the rest of the body still. And let's just do one more. Okay, and then we can release the belt. We don't need it again, so just drop it out of the way. And then come back onto your mat for a mountain pose. And noticing any sensations in mountain pose. Perhaps noticing the shoulders. Mine feel a little bit wider. I feel quite open across the top of my chest. So just see what your experience is. We're going to take eagle pose arms. Now, to a certain extent, it depends on the length of your bones. If you're quite short from elbow to shoulder, they might not meet. So there's an alternative. You could bring the hands together and work like that. I don't find that very satisfactory. I find the wrists a little bit stressed with that. So you could do that, but I'd rather you came up in this way and then crossed the arm over. And it may be that you end up here. But what you should find is that your shoulder blades are coming apart. And if you're comfortable doing the full twist of the arms, bringing the palms together. And again, I'll take this one side on. What I'd like you to do is lift at the elbows, but without moving the torso, so it's up and down. Let's just take the last one. And then release the arms. And you might want to shrug the shoulders and give them a little bit of a shake out. And then we'll put the other arm on top. So I'm going to be putting left arm over. So bringing the arms forward, left arm coming over. So you may be at this position, it's fine. If you can feel your shoulder blades moving. And then again, it's this lift and lower. And we'll do two more. And then release the arms. You might do a little bit of a hunch of the shoulder, a little bit of wiggly movements. And then I'd like you back in mountain pose. Your feet may have shifted a little bit, so just check your feet, centre of the heel, base of the little toe, ball of the foot. And notice whatever it is that you notice. How does your posture feel? How do your shoulders feel? Now we're going to be coming into a forward fold. We'll be taking the arms wide and the arms will rest into the small of the back. So no stressiness as you let the arms land. So we're going to swoop the arms up wide and on an exhalation, soften the knee as much as you need to, bringing the head down, let the arms rest. Inhale, swooping the arms back up. And we'll take that a couple more times, so exhale. Inhaling up, nice wide stretch open of the arms. Last time. And let's just stay for a breath in this last one. Letting gravity take over. And then inhale all the way back up. And arms down to your sides. Okay, now we're going to do a forward fold with one leg forward. So the Uttanasana, asymmetric forward fold. And we're going to take that into a warrior one. And there'll be some different arm movements in warrior one, which mirror what you did with the belt just now. So let's take the left foot out a little, step the right foot forward, and feel that you're properly grounded, properly centered here, hips and shoulders both going forward. So as we take Uttanasana, the flank forward fold, you might want to soften your knee a little. So we'll take the same arm movements as we did just a moment ago. So we'll inhale the arms up, and then as you exhale, you're folding forward over that right leg and letting the head go. Now begin to bend the knee as you breathe in, lift the chest, swoop the arms up into warrior one arms. And then draw the arms down into cactus arms. So squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, swoop the arms behind you. Lift the chest as you lift the arms away. And then you can exhale back to the start point. Starting again, inhale with the forward fold, bringing the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, let the arms lightly rest to the small of the back. Inhale, bending the knee, lifting the chest, swooping the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Keep that knee bent as you exhale, swoop the arms behind, lift the chest, lift the arms away. And exhale, release. So again, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale back up into the warrior. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale up alongside the ears. Exhale, swoop the arms behind. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, straighten the knee, release the arms. And stepping back. And we'll just pause at the halfway point of the sequence. It's a very asymmetric movement for the legs, symmetry for the arms, but just noticing your upper body, your shoulders. And then side two. So I'm stepping the left foot forward, checking shoulders and hips are going in line with the long end of the mat, facing the short end. Inhale, swooping the arms up, forward folding into Uttanasana, arms resting lightly in the small of the back. Inhale, bending the knee and swooping up into warrior. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swooping the arms behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, arms come away, you can lift the chest a little more. And exhale, straightening the knee and lowering the arms. So we have two more sequences to go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swoop yourself down to forward fold, arms resting lightly. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, swoop the arms behind you. Take the arms away. And exhale, starting point. So a final repetition with the sequence. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, arms resting lightly. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms swooping behind you, lifting the chest. And exhale, release. And then you can step yourself back and come to your mountain pose. So now observe your body again as you've taken both sides, particularly this upper body, the shoulder area where we're specifically targeting our focus. And then you're going to come side on the mat. Take yourself not maximally wide, because we're going to take, it's either called equestrian or warrior goddess. So we can just turn the feet out. They're about a 45-degree angle. But I want you to make sure you can feel the centre of your heel, base of the little toe and ball of the foot. So we keep the feet planted, and as we come down, the knees are going over the toes. We want to avoid that sort of inward knocking of the knees towards each other. There's quite a strain around the knee if you take it in that way. So if you find that you just got a little knee dip, that is good. No problem, doesn't matter. Don't want you to strain your knee to try and get deeper into it. So I have the hands at the heart centre, and then exhale, dropping down. So as you inhale, you're going to point the fingertips towards the floor, swooping the arms up and round. Bring the hands overhead, so real nice stretch up there, and exhale back to our heart centre. And we'll take it twice more. So this is a meditative movement, dropping inside as you inhale, swooping up, and exhale, sinking down. And then you can straighten up, lift and turn the feet and come back to the centre. We're going to do wide leg forward fold, and I mentioned that you might want your block again for this one, so do grab it if you find that your fingertips are a little adrift from the mat as we fold down. So we'll take the legs wide again. This time I'm going to say a little bit wider than for the goddess, but you still want the outer edges of your feet contacting your mat. Again, we don't want that inward movement. We're going to take this twice. So let's just start with the hands on the thighs, and then inhale here, and as you exhale, begin to roll yourself down so your feet maintain good contact with your mat, and you're just easing yourself down to where is the right place for you. You can slide the hands down the shins to the ankles, the top of the feet, or you might want to bring your hands onto the block, or perhaps bring your hands to the floor underneath your shoulders. Let the head go. Settle into your wide-legged forward fold. And then slowly we'll come up again. So let's take the hands onto the top of the thighs, just above the knees. Soften at the knees and use your hands to help roll yourself back up to stand. Now the second time round, we're going to clasp the hands behind as we did with that warrior, and when we're in forward folded position, as far as we're comfortable to come down, we're then going to lift the arms away from the torso, bringing them up towards the ceiling. So we'll start with the hands linked behind, arms straight, knuckles drawing down towards your heels, and we'll keep the arms down until we're fully forward folded. So we'll inhale here, exhale, perhaps feel that you're taking the lead from the chest as you come down. It's a little like a jackknife, folding from the hips. You could soften your knees a little, come all the way down as far as you're comfortable and happy to go. Let the head go. And then on an inhalation, reach the arms up and breathe. Now on an exhalation, lower the hands into the small of the back, bringing the hands onto the thighs above the knees, soften the knees, roll yourself up to stand. And then bringing the feet back together. You can step, walk or jump. Come to your mountain pose. And again, observe your body, see how things feel. We're going to do downward dog next. And actually it's the penultimate one. We'll then come down, do Apanasana. Now if you prefer to come into downward dog from your knees, please do so, otherwise you could come towards the top of the mat. And we can roll down from here. And you need to roll down with the knees bent if you can't comfortably get your hands to the floor. So bend the knees as much as you need to get the hands to the floor. And then you can step back into downward dog. So with that downward dog, our shoulders are behind the wrists. We've got width across the shoulders. Hands are well spread, pressing into the floor. So really rooting those hands down. Hips are high. You can have bent knees with this one if you prefer. We're really stretching out through the back. You might want to aim your heels towards the mat, or perhaps walk out one at a time. One knee forward and the other heel down, or walking your dog. So whatever feels like it's the right thing for you. And then from here we're going to bend the knees, lower down, release the toes. And you're going to swing yourself round, lie on the mat. And when you're ready, taking your knees in over the chest. A light touch with each hand on the kneecap. Take an inhale, straighten the arms. As you exhale, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Draw the thighs to the chest. Inhale, straightening the arms. And again, exhale, drawing those thighs, those knees towards the chest. Inhale, straighten the arms. We avoid too much pull of the knees. Let the hands just guide the knees. And then feet back to the floor. Let the arms come down to your sides. Stretch the legs long and rest here. And at this point you might want to go straight into relaxation, or just take a few breaths with the legs extended out in Shavasana. But I'm going to close now, so you might want to stay where you are. So as we finish, thank you very much for joining me on the mat. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope your shoulders feel nice and free, and enjoy the rest of your day. So thank you very much for tuning in. Namaste.